What's up, guys? This is Alex Chu. Coming at you with another episode. In this episode, I want to talk about how one day, very soon, Jeff Bezos will give up women altogether and just buy a sex doll, and he will have no clue how to spend his money, his remaining $67 billion, you know. But before I talk about that, I want to tell you, my name is Alex Chu. I'm the guy who invented physical mortality rings. These are rings that you put on your small fingers during sleep. You wear them, you don't age anymore. You become physically immortal, you know. For example, I'm already 48. You know, in a year and a half, I'll be 50. I still look okay, you know. See, I don't need a shave. See, a lot of older men, 40-some-year-old men, they have to shave because, you know, their faces are puffy. You know how older people, their face start to become whiter, puffier, you know? Their chins start to hang. You know, I don't have none of that, you know? But anyway, if you want to stay physically young forever, you go to my website, livemuchlonger.com, livemuchlonger.com. Link is at the bottom of this video, okay? I would say it's pointless nowadays for a man to become rich, you know? Because at the end of the day, you know, nowadays, right, women don't trust men anymore. You know, as men also stop trusting women. Men and women, they don't trust each other anymore. You understand? So, women, it's like, nowadays, you know, it's like a woman, they see a so-so guy, you know, he works in a large firm, you know, he's sitting inside a cubicle and just earning like, what, 30,000, 40,000 a year. It's like, women, don't even even want to bother to speak to a guy like that anymore, you know. Because women is always constantly on Facebook, on Twitter, Tinder. There's a lot of attractive, interesting men out there. Handsome men, rich men, tall men, strong men, or somebody who's extremely active and funny, you know. So when a woman see a normal dude, you know, just a normal nice guy earning so-so salary, yeah, women tend to skip it. You know, the woman wants to search the 10%, you know, the top 10% of the man, you know, the prime male, you know. And then once the woman found, like, wow, this guy's rich, owns a nice home, got good career, and single, and oh yeah, I wanna. If you make it, if the man accepts you, like answer your email or contact you, you go out with the man. And then women nowadays, they, you know, subliminally, basically, subconsciously speaking, they also know that men don't trust women anymore nowadays. You know, so it's like from the very beginning, from the very first date, the woman wants to start spending your money. You know, oh, you're a wealthy man, you take me out, so I have to start spending your money. The reason is because women's psyche nowadays is men don't trust women anymore, and women also don't trust men. So I know you're gonna dump me very soon. It's like before the date even started, the women start to think, I know you're gonna dump me like very soon, so I'm just gonna spend as much money as I can. You know, spend your money, and so hopefully, I don't know, a year later, when you dump me, I could tell my friends, hey, you know, but at least I spend shitload of money out of this guy, you know. This guy bought me a whole bunch of shit, and I spent a lot of his money. So this day was sort of worth it, you know. I mean, I spent only half a year with this guy, but it's worth it because I spent a lot of his money. Like that, you know. See, imagine if you're a guy, okay, you know, men out there, they probably cannot grasp this concept. But let's make an example. Let's say if you're Kevin Federline, okay, and you marry Britney Spears, right? And you know how Britney Spears, I mean, she's like sort of like a slut, right? She's a slutty girl, and she has money, and she's beautiful, and she's slutty. So Kevin Federline probably does not trust Britney Spears very much, you know. So in Kevin Federline's mind, he's thinking, oh, you know, Britney will probably dump me within 2 or 3 years. So I'm you know, within these 2-3 years, I'm I'm really gonna, spend a lot of her money. So yeah, Kevin Federline was spending her Britney Spears' money like pouring out water. I heard that once he went to a shop, he bought a golf tee. Those tee that you stick it inside the grass. For golf balls. He bought a golden, like a pure gold golf tee, which costed like $5,000 each. He bought that. Just to piss Britney Spears off. And then he said something very sarcastic. I forgot what he said, but he bought it just to piss Britney Spears off, So yeah, his marriage I think his marriage lasted like a year and a half or half a year. And then prenuptial, he got $1 million prenup. And within a year and a year and a half, he spent lots of money, I mean, so he could brag to his friends, he could brag to his relatives, about his time with Britney Spears, right? Women think like that too, you understand? Women nowadays, they know you don't trust them, so they don't trust you. So it's like if you allow a woman to enter your life, they will treat you like a all-you-can-eat buffet, Oh, you allow me to come in to eat? No problem. They eat all they can. They eat, it's like all-you-can-eat buffet. So once the woman tag onto you, she starts to spend your money from the very first day. She starts to spend your money like there's no tomorrow. So I think at this rate, it's pointless being rich. I mean, what's the point of being rich? What's the point of becoming rich? Like Jeff Bezos, he's the richest man in the world. How much money he has? He has like what, $122 billion, and then bam, stupefied by his own wife. You're stupefied, Yeah, sucker, now you owe me $67 billion. Stupefied just like that by his own wife, Damn, and then it's like, I don't want to be Jeff Bezos. Trust me, I actually, if God gives me a choice, do you want to be Jeff Bezos? Like, in this life, do you want to be Jeff Bezos? Or you just want to be somebody who works at McDonald's? Lord, I'd rather work at McDonald's because it's like I'm not going to starve to death or anything, right? I mean, I hold a paycheck. I mean, I receive paycheck from paycheck. I'm not going to starve to death, right? And I probably will not meet a very decent woman because I work at McDonald's, is low income. But hey, you know what? At least no one's gonna steal $67 billion from me, right? You understand? It's like that's when a woman steals $60 billion from you. That's That's a humiliation of the lifetime. You're humiliated in front of billions of people, by some women who simply didn't care about you. See, back in the days, at least women are dignified enough to think about you. You understand? For example, like Bill Gates' wife, they never had a divorce. Like Bill Clinton's wife, Hillary Clinton. You know how back in the days when Bill Clinton cheated, right? With I forgot what's her name. He cheated with her intern, right? He cheated with his intern. Hillary Clinton never filed a divorce, right? You understand? And I'm saying, and back in the days, women, they are at least a little more dignified. They understand. If I filed a divorce, I can only humiliate my own husband. Although he cheated and everything. But then women would think back in the days. I'm talking about older generation women. But the woman would think, well, but he's a rich man. He really took care of me all these years. I spent his money like pouring water. So nah, fuck it. I'm not gonna file a divorce. But see, apparently Jeff Bezos' wife did not think like that. She just said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna file a divorce. Humiliate this man in front of the whole world. Yeah, it's like I swear to God, if I am, if I am Jeff Bezos, I wish I never earned so much money. I wish I'm still working at I wish I'm still working at some small company at this, right now. Because it's like, your wife divorced you and, took $60-some billion from you. It's fucked up, you are embarrassed for the rest of your life. You're a laughing stock. Everybody's laughing at you. So what's the point of having so much money, Nowadays, it's pointless to become a wealthy man, I see back in the days, I wanted to be wealthy, right? Back in the days, I bought a building in Oakland, I bought myself mansions and shit like that. But nowadays I look back and I tell myself, nowadays I think to myself, I'm so glad I did not buy that mansion. The mansion was a swimming pool, and I'm so glad I didn't buy it. The reason is because, I hate swimming pool. I'm a man. I don't like swimming pools. I don't even like gardens. I don't like front lawn or back. I don't even like a backyard. I'm a man. I don't like yards. You understand? That's for women. Man, a man make a mansion that has front lawn and back lawn and swimming pool and all that shit. Just to impress women, right? They don't really like it. Come on, a man? You think a man likes a front lawn and backyard and swimming pool and all that shit? No. Men don't like stuff like that, Men don't even like fine dining. You go to a French restaurant or Italian restaurant, whose idea is that? No, that's your wife's idea, okay? That's the women's idea. Women wants to go to a, dress up and appear in some 4-star French cuisine, or some Italian restaurant that serve 5 courses. That's women's idea. Men don't like stuff like that. A man, I don't care if you're rich or you're poor, okay? A man loves whatever is cheap, you understand? Whatever costs, whatever is cheap, I'll eat it. That's how men are. As long as as long as the food doesn't make me sick. As long as the food does not give me a heart attack, I'll eat it. That's how men are. Doesn't matter if you're a rich man or a poor man, So nowadays, all these women, they're desperate. These women are desperate. Women don't trust men don't trust women, so women are all desperate. So if a woman sees that you have money, oh, this guy got a nice car, got a beautiful house, and he claims he's rich, the only thing that woman wants to do is take your money, And she shows it from the very first date. From the very first date, she shows it. You can tell. It's just different. It's not dating nowadays. Is very different from 20 years ago or 30 years ago. Nowadays, especially if you're a rich man, wow, the woman, man, from the very first date, you can tell the way how she spend your money. It's like she spend your money like there's no tomorrow. So it's like, I don't know. It's pointless being rich nowadays, because at the end of the day, she doesn't trust you. You don't trust her. So at the end of the day, she's counting every moment she's been with you, and then she treats you like an all-you-can-eat buffet, and she's spent as much money as possible. And then by the time when you finally had enough, you say, I don't think this is working out. Maybe we should have a divorce. And she's gonna calculate everything. She's going to calculate, from the very first day, you owe me this, you owe me that. Okay, you want me to leave? You got to pay, moving expense. The richer you are, the more she wants to humiliate you, So it's like, at the end of the day, I think Jeff Bezos, he will end up just buying a sex doll, But I mean, yeah, super high-tech sex doll. He has money, right? So he would hire one of these American company, build him a custom-made sex doll that could talk, that could move, whatever. Spend $1 million on this fucking sex doll. And then after he bought the sex doll, he realized, I have all this money, I don't know what to do with it anymore. $67 billion. What's all this money for? What's all this money for? Who am I to impress? Why should I buy mansions after mansions? Why should I make a mansion with swimming pool? I mean, my wife is a sex doll. What do I need all this money for? Unless he's gay, unless he could use this money to impress other men, so, to lure other men into his mansion to have sex or something. I don't know, man. But it's like, so I think nowadays it's pointless being rich, I think nowadays only poor people can find a good woman, Because if you're a poor person, for example, just like what I said, if you work in a fast food restaurant, you don't really have much money, you have an apartment, then yeah, you should go out there and find a woman. If you're lucky enough to find a woman who don't care about the top tier, a woman who's lucky enough to say, fuck the top tier, I'm just going to find a regular man. Maybe a woman who hit the wall, like 30, 32, 33-year-old woman who's willing to spend time with you, although you don't have money. Maybe I don't know. Maybe you could have a good time. Maybe you can maybe you can last. Your relationship with her can last a few years. But nowadays, do not expect her to be with you for life. Don't expect it, okay? Nowadays, man, the women got Tinder, got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that shit, One day she's gonna see somebody she really likes. She's gonna leave you. Trust me. She will find someone she likes. Especially you are especially vulnerable when you got fired from your job, or you gain weight, you become a fat ass, where you start to lose your hair. But hey, you know what? I have a solution, right? I sell immortality rings, buy my rings. Women too, see, nowadays it's a lot of guys, they go MGTOW, and a lot of guys, they don't trust women anymore. So finding a rich man, a wealthy man, and a good man, it's getting harder and harder. So if you don't want to hit the wall, just put on a pair of these rings. You don't have to. You're not going to hit the wall. Then you could be you could be a thought for the rest of your life. You could be a 100-year-old thought, 200-year-old thought. Enjoy your Instagram fame. For the next 200 years. That's cool, right? You just need a pair of these rings. But anyway, I hope you like my video. Please subscribe and also buy my rings so you can become a 200-year-old thought. Thank you.